Hey guys, welcome back to my Draft Day Sports college basketball playthrough as the New Hampshire Wildcats. We are at the conference tournament, and if we go to standings, I'm not sure how this is going to play out because I believe the top three finishers all will automatically advance to they'll automatically get promoted, as well as the conference champions. Now, the interesting thing is that we show up here behind Hartford, but we just beat Hartford in the final game of the season. It's under dashboard. Yeah. We just beat them 78-62. So I'm not sure how we're ending up below them. We beat them head-to-head. We had a significantly better record. They were 13-14. We were 18-9. Our RPI was better. We were hotter down the stretch. So I don't know how we ended up behind them, but we did. So we may have to win the conference tournament. It was a really solid stretch for us down the last 10 games. You can see we went 8-2. We lost. The loss that's going to hurt us is we lost to the worst team in the league, the Omaha Mavericks. We lost to them. But if we look at our dashboard, again, you can see really solid down the stretch. You can see there's the loss to Omaha, which really hurt us, but beat Hartford, New Orleans, Campbell, Army, Kansas City. You can see really solid towards the end of the season. We had a rough patch here in the middle of the season where we lost four out of five, 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. And again, this is less about this team because most of these players are going to be gone next year. And more about kind of the future. But let's quickly take a look at the stats, and then I'll show you recruiting and stuff, and then we'll play that first tournament game. So John Howe is kind of the leader of our team, leads the team in points and assists. He's second on the team in rebounds. Llewellyn Barkley, who is one of the few players who will be around and be a focal point of the offense, 11 points, 2 assists, really good shooter, 50% from the field, almost 36% from behind the arc. The only other player who's going to really make a difference next season, Calvin Webb, 6 points, 4 rebounds. He's going to take over as our starting center. So pretty even, balanced scoring, 3 guys averaging between 11 and 12 points a game, and then another 5 players averaging between 6 and 9. So very balanced scoring team. Recruiting, and this is kind of what everybody wants to see. Not there. I wanted to go here. So we have offers out to 4 players: Keith Parker, Leon Emanuel, Rodney Boyce, and Carter Roy. And we'll take a look at each of them in a second. We've got known interest from 5 different players: Roy, Bailey, Henry Bailey, Leon Emanuel, Parker, and Burks. So I'm trying to get Rodney Boyce on our list here. I'm almost done trying, and I may focus on one of these guys who's got some interest in us. But Keith Parker, we're 7th in his top 10. Good inside shooter, average outside shooter, good rebounder, pretty much average up and down the board. He's a terrible free throw shooter. But we need a big man, and right now, those are pretty solid stats across the board in high school. 12 points, 6.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, almost 3 steals per game. 6'6", 218 pound, out of San Antonio, Texas. Really, really smart kid, 3.8 GPA. So he's kind of the top on our list right now. Leon Emanuel is a center out of Arkansas, 6'8", 258. He's either really good or really bad. He's a good shooter, both inside and outside. Good rebounder, good shot blocker, but really bad defensively. But he would be a nice backup. 14 points, 7.5 rebounds a game. We talked a little bit about Rodney Boyce. He's kind of the big one, 17 points. Awesome shooter. Going to be a really, really elite scorer, I think, for us if we're able to pick him up. And then Carter Roy out of Canada, 6'7" forward. We're 7th on his list right now. Again, another really good shooter. Inside B, outside shooting A. Good scorer. Not really good at much else. He's an average defender. So those are our 4 targets right now. The players that have interest that we don't have contracts out to: Henry Bailey, 6'9" center, 13 points, 10 rebounds. You can see he's a good shooter, good rebounder, average to below average at everything else, and just a horrid defensive player. And Alex Burks, he's somebody I might switch over to here relatively quickly. Out of Georgia, 13 points, 11 rebounds. He's not as good a scorer, but he's better at everything else. He's a very good defender, good rebounder, average passing, handling, stealing, which for a big man is pretty solid. And he'll be acceptable inside. So Alex Burks is somebody that I am thinking strongly about moving over to and moving away from Rodney Boyce if things don't change. So we are going to go and we're going to play, or sim, I guess, our first. I guess we don't have a first round game, so we'll sim through that, and we'll see who we play in the second round of the Conference S tournament. We got a message. Looks like we're going to be playing Eastern Illinois. Here's their scouting report. So you can see they think we have the advantage at shooting guard and power forward with Howe and Goff. Pretty even at point guard, shooting forward, and small forward rather, and center. And then apparently they have the better bench. We have one of the top scoring teams in the nation. We're in the top 30 in scoring in the nation. Very, very good shooting team. Not very good from the three-point line. Jeff Hunter is their big man. 12 points, 4 assists. John Howe, for us, is our top scorer. This is split right down the middle, 50-50. So that'll be interesting. So let's play that game against the 14-14 Eastern Illinois. I don't know what their team name is. We'll find out in a second. Have some coffee. This is the Eastern Illinois Panthers. This is the second video of the day for me. I just finished my FHM one, so we're moving right into Draft Day Sports. So a lot of talking, but that's fine. I like doing it. Jeff Hunter, 12 points, 4 rebounds, or 4 assists, 3 rebounds. Ron Wallace, 6'8" and 2. JJ Ford, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Justin Wright, 8.5 and 5 rebounds. And then Brian Harley, 8 points, 5 rebounds. For us, Llewellyn Barkley, 11 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Howe, 12 points, 5 rebounds, almost 5 assists. Dewan Seek, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Carlisle Goff, 8.6, 5.5. And Calvin Webb, 6 points and 4 rebounds for the 18-9 New Hampshire Wildcats. As the tip-off is about to take place at Lundholm Gymnasium in beautiful Durham, New Hampshire. So let's go to the tip. And let's play. So first opportunity for Eastern Illinois goes without. Shot by the Wildcats, no good. Couple of free throws by Wright, or one free throw by, or 2 free throws by Ford, 1 by Wright, and it's 2-1 Eastern Illinois early on. Eastern Illinois now with a 4-1 lead. Keep forgetting UNH is in their whites. 4-3 Panthers. 5-4 UNH as Seek takes that one up for 2. And there's a bucket by Howe, his first of the game, 7-4 Wildcats. Seek with 2 points, 1 assist, and 2 rebounds so far in this one as he sinks 1 out of 2 at the line. UNH up by 4. Stolen by the Wildcats, turned right back over. 3-point attempt by the Panthers, no good, and they come down and they're able to score there to make it 8-6. 1 out of 2 at the line for Goff, and UNH comes right back, and Goff gets another bucket to put UNH up 5 here. 11-8, 14-8 as the three-pointer is drilled there. I think that was Howe. UNH up 6. If you remember the last game we played, we had a 19-point first half lead, and lost that one. So hopefully that doesn't happen here. So we're midway through the first half. UNH is up 8 as Howe picks up another bucket. He's now got 7 in this one. 2 free throws made by Eastern Illinois. Jumper by Anthony off the bench. And Anthony's been doing that all year long for us, scoring off the bench. Eastern Illinois quickly cuts the lead to 4. 18-14. 2 free throws. It's now a 2-point game. Full court press by Eastern, broken by UNH. Shot goes out of bounds. UNH with a couple of opportunities, not able to score. Still 18-16, 20-16 now UNH with 9 minutes left in the first half. 2 missed free throws by the Wildcats. 20-19, UNH with a 1-point lead. Eastern hits a couple of free throws to go up by a point. Missed 3-point attempt by the Wildcats. Eastern hanging in there, 14-14 on the season against UNH, who comes in 19-8. Howe 7 points, Goff 7 points for the Wildcats. Offenses are both struggling in this one. 2 missed free throws. There's a 3-pointer by Kamauna. UNH with a 2-point lead and the ball. Eastern gets it back. Turnover by Eastern. 2 free throws by Howe, giving him 9 points and 3 blocks here in the first half. UNH with a 3-point lead. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. 2 more free throws by Eastern brings the lead back down to 1. Turnover by the Wildcats. Eastern with 1 out of 2 at the line, and then they get the rebound and they score. UNH hits a couple free throws to tie it at 27. Easy 2 for Lewis gives Eastern a 2-point lead. Another jumper by the Wildcats is no good. Eastern with 3 opportunities in the paint. They're now up by 4. Jumper by Howe gives him 11 and brings UNH within a bucket at 31-29. 2 free throws by the Panthers puts them back up by 4. We're under a minute left. An and a 1 situation by Pride as UNH cuts the lead to a point. 2 points for Eastern. UNH coming down with the last shot, and they're able to score at the buzzer. So at halftime, 35-34, Eastern Illinois. So let's start with Eastern. Harley leads the way with 9 points. He's 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Eastern's gone to the line 19 times in this one, making 15, and that's really the difference. UNH is 8 for 13 at the line. So Harley leads the way with 9. Every other starter with 2 points, Wright, Ford, Hunter, and Wallace. Off the bench, Tarico and Young each with 6. Lewis with 4. Pina with 2. Moore played 1 minute and did not score. For the Cats, Howe has got 11 points, 3 blocks in this one. Goff with 7 points. Seek with 5. Webb with just 1 point in the first half. Barkley 0 for 2 shooting, only picked up 2 points. Off the bench, Pride, Kamauna, and Anthony each with a bucket. Kamauna and Pride each with 3. Anthony with 2. Pebbles, McMaster, and Lavin played but did not score. We're only shooting 42% from the field. They're only shooting 34%, including 0 of 7 behind the 3-point line. Where they're getting it done is at the charity stripe, 15 of 19, whereas we are 8 of 13. And that's the difference in the game. We trail by 1, and they've made 7 more free throws than us. So hopefully the second half will be different. So let's jump into half number 2 and see if we can advance here in the Conference S tournament. Eastern with the ball first, and they get a bucket and then get the ball right back. Turnover, UNH has it. Turnover by UNH. There we go. There's 2 points for I think it was Seek. 37-36 Eastern. 1 out of 2 at the line. 2-point game, and it's tied up now by Howe as he slams it home on the fast break. UNH looking to take the lead. Missed shot. And Eastern is able to get right back out in front and get the ball right back. 2 free throws gives the Panthers a 4-point lead. Jumper from the baseline, no good, but then a layup by Driggers for UNH brings them within 2. 42-40. Baseline jumper by Driggers again ties this one at 42. And a foul line jumper by the Panthers gives them the lead right back. Llewellyn misses the 3, Howe misses the 3. And Eastern is able to extend their lead to 4. Then we get 2 right back as Driggers comes in and hits another jumper. Cats looking to tie this one or take the lead with a 3. Shot missed. The Panthers come back looking to extend their lead. 2 free throws. Again, the foul discrepancy in this one is Howe goes up for his 15th point of the game. The foul discrepancy in this one is just crazy. Eastern with the ball and a chance to extend their lead to 6, but they turn the ball over. 2-point bucket by Anthony. Brings the Cats within 2. They get the ball back. Anthony has it at the top of the key. And UNH turns it over. And Anthony sinks the foul line jumper to tie it at 50. Cats looking to take the lead here. And they turn the ball over. They get it right back, and Llewellyn lays it up and in for the Cats. And there's a 3-point bucket by Anthony way downtown. Bang! Another jumper, and UNH is up 7. Eastern is able to get a bucket, then get the ball right back. They turn it over. UNH is up 5 with 7:40 left to go in this one. Jumper missed. Rebound inside missed by Webb. It's a 3-point game, and Eastern has the ball. They hit a couple free throws, and it's now a 1-point game. 6 minutes left. UNH up 57-56. Eastern has the ball back, and they're looking to take the lead, but they aren't able to. Cats turn it over. Eastern with another opportunity to take the lead. 2 more free throws, and they are able to take the lead. UNH turns it over. Turned over by Eastern and laid in by Howe, who's now got 17. 59-58, UNH. 2 missed free throws, thankfully. 3-pointer from the corner. Kamauna hits it. UNH is up 4. Eastern comes back with a bucket of their own. And Lavin goes up with the left hand to make it a 4-point game. UNH up 64-60 with the ball. 3 minutes left. Anthony for 3 from the top of the key, and the Cats are up 7. 7-point UNH lead with 5-point lead with 2 minutes left in this one. UNH turns it over, though. And there's a 3-pointer by Eastern to cut the lead to 2. What a game here in Durham. Missed shot by the Wildcats. Eastern with a chance to tie it or take the lead, and they're able to tie it with a minute left. As Seek goes in and he throws down a dunk, UNH gets the ball back. They're up 2 with 30 seconds left. 2 free throws by Howe gives the Cats a 4-point lead. 3-pointer by Eastern. They get the ball back with 5 seconds left, and they're not able to get a shot off as Barkley blocks Hunter at the buzzer, and the Cats will advance 71-70. What a ball game. So for Eastern, they were led by Harley, who had 17 points, 5 rebounds. Ford, 7 points, 8 rebounds. Wallace, 8 points, turned the ball over 4 times. Hunter, 7 points, and Wright with 3 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists off the bench. Tarico, off the bench with a really solid game, 12 points, 6 rebounds. Lewis, 6 points, 2 rebounds. Pina, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Young picked up 4. Moore played 3 minutes and didn't score. For the Cats, Howe, 19 points, 3 blocks. Goff and Seek, each with 9. Goff added 6 rebounds. Webb had 1 point, didn't get many opportunities in this one. And Llewellyn Barkley struggled, 4 points, 5 assists. Off the bench, Anthony with another solid game, 12 points, 5 rebounds. McMaster didn't score but had 5 rebounds. Kamauna hit 2 big three-pointers. Driggers came in and hit 3 medium-range jumpers midway through the second half and was very, very good. Pebbles played 14 minutes, didn't score, had 4 rebounds. So we win game number 1 of the tournament. I don't know who we're going to go on to play. New Orleans. I think we're going to sim here. If we make the championship game, we'll play that. If we don't, we'll see if we make a postseason tournament. Do we have to do anything with recruiting? We don't. So we're going to go ahead and sim this one and see what happens. You'll be able to see up here what happens. We moved to 20-9, which means we won I guess that would be the quarterfinals? No, it was the semifinals. We're on to the championship game against Hartford, who we beat in the last game of the season. So if we go, I want to go back and look at that. So we won 73-63 over the Privateers. We were up by 9 at halftime. Goff with a big game, 20 points. Howe only took 2 shots, had 5 points, 6 assists, turned the ball over a ton. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Barkley was perfect from the field, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Turned the ball over too many times, 19 turnovers. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to sim the championship game because I do kind of want to move on to the offseason because, again, this is more about getting ourselves moving up and trying to get us into that A and B type ranking so that we can compete for the national championship. So let's see what happens. Keep an eye up here. 21-9 is what we're looking for. 21-9 as we win the conference championship, which means we are going to go to the NCAA tournament. So that'll be interesting to see who we play, and we will obviously play that game. We'll probably get smoked, but that's okay. Barkley and Howe, each in double digits. Anthony led the way with 13 points off the bench. I will take it. So we won the conference tournament, which means we are going to move up to the next conference next season. So let's look at recruiting again. We don't need to do anything here. You can tell because they're all highlighted. If they weren't highlighted, you could click on them and, scout them or whatever. So I've got some money. So let's go ahead and let's scout him live. Leon Emanuel he's our top guy. Did I want to? It was Rodney Boyce, right? Yeah. So let's scout Boyce live once more and see if we can generate any interest from him at all. If not, we'll probably move away from him and move on to somebody else. So let's go ahead. Oh, Emmanuel's not going to be able to sign with us. His SAT scores aren't high enough, which is listed here somewhere. Is it my office? It shows it somewhere. Is it school info maybe? Yeah. SAT minimum is 900, which means I have to come in here and I have to remove the scholarship offer from Emmanuel because even if he accepts it, he's not going to sign with us or not going to be able to sign with us. Alex Burks, however, can. So we will offer Burks a scholarship, and we'll see if that makes any difference. So let's go ahead and sim ahead. So it's going to sim ahead to the tournament show, which I think they do the tournament show pretty cool. So we'll watch the tournament show. So I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead until then. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, we are back, and it is time for the selection show. I think this is loud, so I'm going to turn the volume down. So let's switch to the selection show. Oh, that's really cool that that they use CBS's music. Normally they have their own music, but the mods I put in CBS's selection show. So that's pretty cool. So let's watch the show and see where we end up. Tremendous show. Yes, I agree. So let's go ahead and get started. So game number 1, Weber State versus Longwood, Portland State versus Florida A&M. Those are the play-in games. Nevada versus Belmont, Mercer versus Arizona State. Boston is the East. Creighton versus the winner of Weber State Longwood. Kansas versus Huey Pui. Bradley versus number 5 Tennessee in the 3-14 matchup. Texas versus Marquette in the 4-13. Iowa State Wake Forest. Utah versus Southern Cal. California versus Purdue, and Mississippi State versus Georgia Tech. Let's go over to, I guess that's the Midwest. Kentucky versus St. Francis. South Dakota against number 8 Butler. Drake versus Oklahoma. Cincinnati versus Washington. Virginia, VCU versus either Nevada or Belmont. Duquesne against Colorado State, 25-8 Duquesne. Florida State versus Indiana in a 10-7. That'll be a fun game. North Carolina State versus Virginia. San Antonio Duke versus NIU. The Huskies make it as the 16 seed. Youngstown State versus number 7 Syracuse. There we go. UNH will take on Kansas State, the number 9 Kansas State. So it's a battle of Wildcats versus Wildcats in San Antonio, as UNH will take on number 3 Kansas State. Xavier versus SMU. Akron versus the winner of Mercer, Arizona State. San Diego State versus Texas A&M. Illinois versus Stanford. Baylor against BC in the 8-9 matchup. And in the West, Michigan State gets the number 1 seed. West Virginia against Western Illinois. East Tennessee State versus Alabama. Temple Vanderbilt. Mississippi, Colorado. Hofstra, the number 24 Hofstra Pride, taking on New Mexico. Iowa, Oregon. Dayton, Murray State. So that is the round of 64. We are going to be taking on the Kansas State Wildcats. Is that Bill Weber's Kansas State Wildcats? Does he still play for? Does he still coach Kansas State? Let's take a look at the report. Yeah, they 90-10. This is going to be a tough game for us. Adam Kamara, 16.7 rebounds. Nathaniel Bailey, 14 points. Our bench outscores their bench, but they're a really good team. Not a very good shooting team, but very good defensively. So they beat the number 1 team in the country this season at Kansas. So let's see how it goes. I don't expect to win, but, we'll see. So we'll sim up to that game. Anyway, 21-10 is a good first season. We made the NCAA tournament. Hopefully that made a difference with some of our recruits. Let's go ahead and just quickly watch film on everybody like we normally do. Is there anybody that we want to talk to? I think we have. Yeah. I should probably talk to Burks because I'd like to get... Because playing time is the one thing we can offer him, and he's not really interested in that. So, okay, well, that didn't work. All right, so as Parker moved up, he's still 7th. We know we can offer him playing time, so I'm not really concerned about that. Carter Roy, he's interesting because he's not really interested in any of these things, so I don't really know what to do, but we'll see. I don't want to scout him live just because it costs so much money. It's almost $2,000 to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and sim ahead. And here we go. New Hampshire versus Kansas State. Let's go ahead and play this 3-14 and see if we can have an upset in San Antonio. I didn't know that was going to happen. That was louder than I anticipated. Sorry about that. Tony McDermott and Nathaniel Bailey in the backcourt. Camara, who's their big scorer. Steve Smith and Kevin Blizzard is their front court. Same starting lineup we've had all year. Barkley and Howe in the backcourt. Seek, Goff, and Webb in the front court. Let's see if we can have an upset here. So let's just get it started. Kansas State scores the first bucket of the game as we turn it over there. 4-0 Kansas State. The three-pointer drilled by Goff brings us within a point. 2 free throws by the Kansas State Wildcats. There's another three-pointer by Barkley. Ties it at 6. We are going to have to hit our threes if we want a shot in this one. A three-pointer keeps you in these games. We trail 8-6. Another three-pointer by Barkley, and we're up 9-8 early on here. Kansas State comes right back and takes the lead. Just keep it close. Keep it close. Give yourself a shot to win. 1 out of 2 at the line for Webb brings us within 2. Kansas State makes 1 out of 2 at the line themselves. Turnover by Howe. 6-point Kansas State lead as they hit a three-pointer there. Another turnover by the Wildcats. Get the ball back, though. In the paint, and there's 2 for Seek, bringing us within 4. 2 free throws by Kansas State. Shot from the top of the key by Anthony is no good. Anthony misses a bunny there. He's all in front of the rim by himself and wasn't able to get anything done. Kansas State scores again, and the lead's up to 8. Another missed jumper. Turnover by the Cats. 10-point lead. Shot from the top of the key by Barkley is no good, and they have doubled us up. They're now up 25-12. Another missed three-pointer by Barkley, but that's what we need to do. We got these open shots. We got to take them. It's a 28-12 Kansas State lead as we finally get a bucket from Pebbles, 28-14. Another missed jumper. And we're able to get a pair back there by McMaster. It's now 31-16. 2 missed free throws by UNH. It's 34-16. Jumper from the elbow is good by Lavin. 1 out of 2 at the line for the Cats. They trail by 16 points here in this one. Make it 18. And this is what we expected. I mean, we didn't really think we'd have a shot at it, but missed layup by Howe, who's scoreless so far in this one, our leading scorer. No points. He's only 0 for 1 from the field, and we trail by 20. (41-19), Kansas State. And there's a bucket by Howe, his first of the game. Cutting the lead to 20. A couple of free throws brings us within 18. 2 free throws by Kansas State. Missed shot from the paint. 1 out of 2 at the line for Lavin. It's a 19-point game. There's a three-pointer by Barkley, bringing us within 16 now, 43-27. One free throw by Anthony. It's a 17-point game. It's now a 15-point game. Trying to hang around. 2 free throws by Kansas State make it a 17-point game. We turn it over. Turned over by Kansas State. UNH gets it back. Free throw line jumper, no good by Lavin. It's 49-30, Kansas State. Three-pointer drilled there by Irwin brings us within 16. Another two-pointer by Howe. Two free throws by Kansas State. UNH with a chance at the buzzer, and they're not able to get a shot off. We trail by 16 at halftime, 51-35. Kamara, 12 points and 8 rebounds in the first half. Smith, 10 points, 4 rebounds. McDermott with 6. Bailey with 7. Blizzard did not score. Off the bench, Gordon has 6. Sullivan with 4. Cole with 3. Allison with 2. For the Cats, Barkley has got 9. He's hit 3 3-pointers in this one. Webb has got 4 points, all from the line. Howe, in his final game as a Wildcat, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. Goff with 3. Seek with 2. Off the bench, Lavin had 5. Irwin hit a 3-pointer. Pebbles and McMaster each had a bucket. And we go into the second half down by 16. Let's see if we can make a run at it here. It's unlikely, but let's see. We do score the first bucket of the second half, or at first 4 points of the second half, as we cut the lead to 12. 2 free throws by Kansas State. Leads back up to 14. UNH turns it over. Missed three-pointer by Kansas State. Another turnover by UNH, and Kansas State gets that lead back up to 16. Missed three-pointer, offensive rebound for UNH. Jumper by Lavin is good, and the lead is 14. 14-point lead. UNH misses a three-pointer. 2 free throws by Kansas State. There's a missed 3. So we've gotten the lead down to 12 a couple of times, but haven't been able to get any closer than that. It's a 16-point lead right now. Lead is 14 as Seek hits that one. Missed three-pointer. And there's another jumper that goes in. We're now down by 12. Turnover by Kansas State. Turnover by UNH. Missed three-pointer. Rebound by UNH. Knocked out of bounds. Kansas State ball. Kansas State's able to score. So again, got it down to 12 a few times, but Kansas State's not allowing us to get any closer than that. And then they're able to score a couple of baskets to kick it back out to 16, and we've just been between 6. And there's a three-pointer by Goff bringing us within 11, which is closer than we've been in a long time. 59-48. UNH looking to get it with under 10, but they turn it over there, and a 1 for Kansas State makes it 14. Makes it a 14-point lead. Missed jumper. We're midway through the second half, trailing by 14. 2 free throws by Kansas State, and it's back up to 16. Missed three-pointer. UNH misses the jumper. Kansas State hits a 3, and it's a 19-point game. Another turnover. We had the lead down to 11 with the ball, and we weren't able to score. And Kansas State's gone on a 7-0 run here, 9-0 run here to extend the lead. There's a jumper for Webb. It's 70-50. So this one's just about over. Our season's just about over, but it was a successful first season, I think. We're going to we won the conference tournament. We're going to make the NCAA tournament. And hopefully we can pick up some of those recruits and we can build on that next season. So 20-point game here as Kansas State leads. Missed jumper. Anthony goes up with the flush. He's got 8 points. It's an 18-point Kansas State lead as they look to just kill the clock. Missed the shot, get the offensive rebound. Missed the shot. UNH gets it back. 1 out of 2 at the line, 17-point game. Have the ball back again. 3-pointer by Barkley. It's a 14-point game. 12-point game. UNH is not giving up here. I mean, they're down 12 with under a minute left. 72-62, Kansas State leads. UNH misses the shot, and Kansas State, for some reason, hits a 3-pointer at the buzzer, and they win this one 75-62. So the Cats hung tough. They just didn't have enough talent to take on Kansas State. Held Kamara scoreless in the second half. 12 points, 10 rebounds for their big scorer. Smith with 12. Gordon and Sullivan off the bench, each with double digits. McDermott had 11, including that pointless 3 at the end. They were 31 of 33 from the free throw line. We were 9 of 16. So there's your difference in the game right there. They had 33 free throw attempts. We had 16. They made 31. We made 9. Final game of his career, Howe, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. A typical Howe game. Anthony, final game of his career, 9 points off the bench. And Goff, final game of his career. Seek, final game of his career. Webb with 8 points and 5 rebounds. He'll be back next season. So that is it. We are going to sim ahead through the end of the regular season, and I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll do we'll take a look at the offseason strategies, and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. The season is over, and we had some good news. We got Keith Parker to commit to come play for us. So if we go to our recruiting class, Keith Parker, a 6'6", 218-pound forward out of San Antonio, Texas, number 385 in the country. Parker was the good inside shooter, pretty good rebounder, and then pretty average across the board. But average for us is good. We need depth. So Keith Parker is the first verbal commit to UNH. We still have offers out there to Alex Burks, Rodney Boyce, and Carter Roy. So we'll see what happens there. And we're going to go to the awards. Sorry about that. I didn't realize it was going to be quite that loud. Hopefully you had your headphones turned down. I will warn everybody in the description that was a bit louder. So let's proceed. All right, so let's look at Conference S, because that's where we were. So Neil Harris of New Orleans won the Player of the Year. John Howe won the Defensive Player of the Year for the Wildcats. Todd Johnson, Tennessee Martin, the Freshman of the Year, and Brian Katz with Sacramento State. First team all-conference, John Howe made it. Todd Johnson, Neil Harris, Kent Trilly of Idaho State, and Charlie Daniels with High Point. And second team, nobody from UNH. You got Tremaine Day from New Orleans, Mark Morrill from Norfolk State, Teddy Jackson from Ohio State, Leo Miles from Kansas City, and Ronnie Darden from Campbell. So let's go ahead and continue. We got a message. Hopefully it's a good message telling us that we got some recruits. Let's take a look. No, we had a season review. So next season they want us to these are this is what we did. These are the goals that they had set for us. Win the conference tournament and win 10 plus games. Coaching available. It's going to give me the opportunity to go to another team. I don't necessarily want to do that. Let's look at. Can we look at tournaments? We see who won. Yeah, here we go. So I forgot to change the name of it, but Kentucky won the NCAA tournament. Boise State won the NIT. Bowling Green won, I think that's the CIT, and then Northern Iowa won whichever one this is. I don't remember. So let's go ahead and advance because I'm not going to take another job. You can see all of the schools that want me. I'm not interested. Alabama wants to hire me. Arizona wants to hire me. Really? No, I'm not interested. But that's nice. Thank you. We'll move on to the next step of the offseason. And that's a whole bunch of messages. So let's see what we got here. Carter Roy signed with us. Alex Burks signed with us. And Keith Parker, which we knew about, he gave us his verbal, but this is official. So we have now signed 3 players. Keith Parker, Alex Burks, and Carter Roy. Rodney Boyce is not going to sign with us. That's fine. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to save that 4th scholarship for a transfer. So this is awesome. So we picked up a new power forward, a new scorer in Carter Roy, who's going to be just terrific for us. And then Alex Burks, who will be able to back up at power forward and center. So pretty successful recruiting season, I think, if you ask me. Staff hiring. Do we have to hire anybody? Our staff is not very good. So Ryan Harrian's the actual, I think that might be the coach's son in real life. I'm not really sure. I think Harrian is the coach, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we don't need to sign anybody, but let's take a look and see who's available, and maybe we can bring somebody in. And so if we want to bring in a 3rd assistant, yeah, I'm not going to spend this kind of money on these guys. They're not that much better than what we have. Let's look at 2nd assistants. Yeah, these guys aren't much better than what we have in 1st assistants. Is that all just the same people? No, there are a couple of different people, but I don't want to spend that kind of money. It's a lot of money. I'd rather keep my money for recruiting and for recruiting, frankly. So let's just finish in advance. All right, we got another message. It's just meeting with the board. All right, so what do we want? Do we want to upgrade our facility? We don't need more time because they're happy with us. I don't think they're going to upgrade our facilities. And my guess is they're going to tell us that we didn't need to spend all of our money last year, so we don't need a higher budget. So let's try to upgrade the facilities. I had a difficult time with this in my first run through here. I couldn't get them to really improve anything for me. So let's see. Oh, wow. Awesome. They did upgrade our facilities, which is fantastic because that's going to give us something else that we can, if we look at school info, our facilities are now a B. That's awesome. I do want to set a non-conference rival. And generally speaking, the Maine Black Bears. So we'll play them every year. So you can see school awards, nothing there. We did make the NCAA tournament. Team prestige and conference prestige are really low right now, so getting that facility bump is huge because that gives us another what do you want to call it? Another bullet, I guess. You know, not just playing time now. Our facilities are nice, so we can go with that as well. And if I mentioned this earlier. If you look at our team stats from last year, we ended up 44th in the country in points per game, 11th in field goal percentage, but we were really bad defensively. 208th in points allowed, and our free throw shooting was almost dead last. So that's no good. But let's advance to the end of the season. And we will get to the off-season. The off-season is mostly the transfer portal, where you can try to sign a transfer student from another school. He'll have to sit out the year, and you won't get him this year, but you'll get him the following year. So you can sometimes find some really, really solid. I once picked up a 5-star transfer from another school. So that's what we'll look for. All right, so we have 6 messages coming into the new season. It's all the recruiting stuff. So we got to spend our money on recruiting books and stuff. Where did we end up in terms of recruiting classes? 101st, so really solid recruiting class for us, just below Texas. Promotion and relegation, so we should be in Conference R now. We have been promoted to Conference R along with Hartford, Norfolk State, and Sacramento State. Cool. I don't think we can do recruiting yet, right? Yeah, recruiting's not available yet. So let's buy our reports. Same deal. We're just going to buy the basic version. I think that's all it's going to tell me to buy. Yeah, I don't want to spend all my money on these reports. I'd rather spend my money on recruiting. And we ended up with like 20 grand this past season. So I might need to be a little bit more aggressive with visiting people and trying to get their interest there. So couple messages, players transferring, nobody's transferring, and we get into the transfer session. Although I do want to look at something first. Llewellyn Barkley is not happy. Why is he not happy? Not sure. He's got a good relationship with us. Not sure. Carter Roy comes in as a 4-star, 5-star. That's awesome. Calvin Webb has improved. He's now a 3.5 stars, so that's nice. And Alex Burks comes in as a 2-star, 4-star. So that worked out well. That was a solid draft class for us. So let's go to transfers and see what we have available. So all these guys are Fs. Anybody interested in us? He went to Wagner last season. 6 points, 3 rebounds. We don't really have any. This is the problem, is we don't really have any information. We have information on some of these guys, but the ones who are interested in us, we don't have any information on. So that's a bit of a problem. But we might just go with... Let's see. We might go after somebody like Scotty Rosen. Averaged 15 points a game for St. Joe last year. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a shot here. We're going to offer him a scholarship and see if he's interested. And if he's not, we'll come back and talk to Braswell. So let's advance. If he averaged 15 a game for St. Joe's, which is going to be in a higher conference than us, we might have a shot at him, and he might end up being a solid player. Let's see what happened. All right, let's take a look. Did he go with somebody else? Okay, so now we have ratings. So here you go. He's a 3-star, 4-star, really good shooter. Defensive ability is pretty good. Good ball handler. So we're now top 5 with Scotty Rosen. Let's talk to him. I can't offer him a scholarship. We're going to go with Scotty Rosen if we can sign him. That gets us. He's going to be out for the whole season, so we won't get him this year, but we will have him next season. So that means we'll be able to bring in a 3 or 4-star rated. Cool. So Scotty Rosen has accepted our scholarship offer. Where is he? Right there. So again, he's a 3.5 star, 4-star, so he won't be able to play for us this year, but he'll come in next year, and he'll be a key cog in our offense. So that's really, really nice. Kyle Irwin, I'm probably going to... Yeah, I'm probably going to redshirt Irwin this year. So here's our team. It will automatically sign walk-ons, which is fine. But this is a pretty good team. We've got Carter Roy, who's coming in as a 4-star, 5-star. Llewellyn Barkley, who's coming back after a really nice freshman season. It's up to a 3-star, 4-star. Trevor Angeli, who we redshirted last year, is up to a 2-star. Alex Burks is up to a 2-star, 4-star. Keith Parker is a half-star, 4-star. So he's regressed in his overall a little bit, but that's fine. We got a lot of 3.5 and 4-star players. And a lot of them are young. So most of our talent is freshman or sophomore talent, which is nice. Juan Lavin got better. Calvin Webb is 3.5-star. Richard Pebbles, Anthony Pride, Greg Kamauna, and Phil Carter is a walk-on. So there's not a whole lot else to do right now. So we are up to a B facility, C+ academics. Team prestige will get better as we get better. Conference prestige will get better as we move up in conferences. Coaches are good. I can't do any recruiting right now. So that's going to do it for this episode. The next episode will be kind of where we stand recruiting-wise as we kick off season number 2. Let's look at really quickly at who's in our conference with us this year in Conference R. So again, we had Hartford and Sacramento State who came along with us. But we also have Montana State, Florida Atlantic, Hampton, Norfolk State, California Baptist, San Jose State, Long Island, St. Francis in New York, Sacred Heart, Lafayette, Samford, McNeese State, and Cal State Bakersfield. So that is Conference R this season. I hope you guys enjoyed this. When we come back, like I said, it'll be probably the beginning of the season. We'll look at recruiting and we'll set our rosters and we will get the game going. So until we talk again, everybody take care. Bye-bye.